guys, and welcome to the Rumble and Roar podcast. If this is your first time tuning in, I'm your host, Lenoria, and this is
Shayna. We got our hats on, y'all see y'all.
Yes, we have our merch. So we're gonna dive right in, like as Shayna would say all the time. Let's just dive right in. Girl, what are we gonna talk about? We're gonna talk about what?
We're gonna talk about PMS today. So what is it? For those of you who don't know, is premenstrual
syndrome.
And I don't even like that. Why I gotta be a syndrome?
I know.
Syndrome,
you know they gotta make it sound real bad. Because it is. Really, Shayna, it is. Have you ever suffered with PMS?
Not really. So I might get like a cramp, and it's really like it's letting me know, okay, yeah, it's coming. Like now, my one cramp will like feel like a contraction, like when you're in labor. Yeah. So I'll be like, all right, I'm just gonna lay here. Give me a good 5 minutes.
Just one cramp.
Run, and right after that, like, boom. Okay. Here we are. We're here now.
Well, I think she's probably the luckiest woman on the planet, because when I tell you, I did suffer PMS really bad when I was younger. It was terrible. I was so bad till when I look at people, I felt like a dragon. I wanted to burn their faces off, because that's how that's how bad it was. It was like, just don't say anything stupid. And it always happened. Now, mine was like a week before.
Okay.
Before my menstrual.
So it would go for like a whole week?
Well, mine would go until I actually came on. And that's the funny thing. As soon as I came on, the symptoms would subside. But I always knew when it was the week before, because it was premenstrual. I was just irritable about everything. And what I hated most is like, why am I mad? And I didn't even want to be mad. And I wanted so bad to control it. And you cannot control it. You really can't. Some people have to actually go to the doctor and get medication for it, because it be just, I've heard that there are some people that get off in court. You know, if they have a real bad PMS and they were diagnosed with it being seriously bad, they've gotten off in court with stuff like that, because it's real. When I say it is seriously real, it make you do things and say things, and you always want to apologize after. And that's another bad thing. See, that's why they say syndrome. That's why they make it sound bad, because it is bad. It's terrible. And the least little things that would not bother you otherwise. You could be just, your husband, your friend, on your job. Things could happen and you'd be like, okay, well, it is what it is. Let me just leave this lady alone, or let me not say this or whatever. And you can control it. It's good. Everything is good. As soon as, and let me speak for myself, as soon as if I'm PMSing and those same exact things could be happening, it's like, look at this stupid bitch. This bitch is stupid. I just feel like going to knock her head off, because she's just saying she's doing the most. She's saying the craziest things, and it's not really that bad. It's you. It's the person, and it's a hormone imbalance. It messed up. I mean, everything is imbalanced. And if I can give an example of the way I feel. And I explained this to someone, and they was like, Dad, that's a good analogy. Get a glass of water and red food coloring. And you drop one drop of red food coloring at the top of that water. You sit back and you're watching it. Now, you know what's going to happen. The water is going to go red, and just, until the whole thing is red.
Right.
That's how it is with me. When I'm PMSing, it's like, okay, I wake up and I'm good, and somebody can trigger it by saying something dumb or doing something dumb, and there's that they're going red, that red food coloring. Okay, so let me take a deep breath, and hopefully it won't be an idiot that comes to my face anymore. I'm gonna just try to stay to myself, because I already know it's me. I already know what's going on. So let me just chill. And then somebody else come around and do the same things they've been doing. They are not doing anything different. They are, it's me. It's the imbalanced hormones. And there's that red. It's about right here now. It's about right here. It's like, okay, please, Lord, don't let nobody else come to me. Don't say nothing dumb. Please be an adult. Now children, that's the thing though. The kids, they make it better for me.
Okay.
They do, because they say stuff and they're like, and they're innocent, and they bring that joy. But an adult, a grown person that is trying you, that is lying, because I can't stand a liar, and that are just doing the most, you're like, really? I ain't even trying to feel this today. Let me read you your rights. Let me tell you who you are. It's terrible, isn't it?
It's not real bad. I wouldn't even know if I can handle that. That sounds.
I can't believe you have never had PMS. Now PMS is different things. It could be cramps. It could be, irritability. It could be swelling.
Okay.
It's a whole bunch of different things that PMS could be.
Right.
So, and you don't get anything, Shayna. Just that one cramp. Well, if it's powerful enough and it feels like labor, then
exactly.
That's enough.
That's all I can handle. That's it. I don't do that too well. And I did a natural birth.
See, oh, good Lord. So I think that you probably, because I believe that that would be just ignorant to believe that everybody has PMS. But everybody that I've talked to and that I know, and especially if I be around them, I can tell when they are.
Well, here's the thing. With any type of imbalance, illnesses, cancer, syndrome, just anything, the main problem is your diet.
Yeah. Okay, you think it's cancer is your diet?
I think cancer is.
It does have something to do with certain things. That's what I've heard as well.
So there's a lot of things that you can do to prevent certain things. Like if my period usually comes around this time. Maybe I don't know, maybe increase your there's certain herbs you can take.
Right, that is true.
My mom is really big on that. So I don't know. Maybe we could contribute it to the fact that we don't eat pork, which has a lot. Pork causes a lot of meat. Period causes a lot of bacteria.
But pork, you know what? My niece told me this, and she did the experiment. Pork makes you angry.
I bet it do.
She said that she was dating a guy, and this guy did not eat pork, and she was just wilding out, and he was like, "What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Why don't you pull back from the pork? Do you eat pork?" She was like, "Yeah, I eat pork. I love pork, and I'm gonna continue to eat it." He said, "Trust me, stop eating the pork for 1 week, and I'll show you a difference." Maybe one or 2 weeks. I'm not sure, because it's been a while since she told me this. But she said, "Auntie, I did it." She said, and pork actually make you angry. It makes you irritable. It makes you just, ugh. And she said, I did it, and I was good to go. I wasn't as angry about everything. I was kind of calm. She said, and then she forgot that she ate some bacon that morning. And later that day, she was back to, I guess it wasn't 10, but she was like, why am I so irritable? And so pork is a factor, things that you eat.
I mean, have you ever done not necessarily like a colon cleanse, but like a gut detox, or those are really important too.
Yes.
And especially if okay, my cycle's about to come on, go ahead and do a detox and see if you see a difference in maybe if you start PMSing the week before, maybe the week before that, do a detox and see if there's a difference. But a lot of it has to do, it's attributed to the stuff that we're eating.
Yes, I know. I can't really ask you a lot because you don't have it, or you've never had it. But I bet you, your man would probably say, there is a time that you get angry and you don't even probably realize that is going on, or you are short-tempered with him, and he's like, wait, babe, I've done this a billion times, and you know it. And why is it so bad today? And you might chalk it up to, I'm tired. You might chalk it up to, I just don't feel like being bothered. These other things. But if you would think about it, sometimes PMS is like a whole week before your period. A whole week, or it could be while it's on, not afterwards, but a week before. So, and I'm not trying to make you have it, or because it sounds like I'm trying to say, yes, you do have it, but I just don't know a female that has that I've talked to ever that said, no, I don't think I've ever had PMS ever.
Not outside of that little crowd.
That is crazy.
I mean, it has been times where he's never really just been like, are you on your period or something? You know how they can be like,
yeah.
But
because they done did something dumb, and you're like,
right,
and they want to blame that. No, it's your dumbness.
Yeah, but I mean, if I'm like genuinely just stressed sometimes, or I work a lot, so I just be tired and stuff. Legit, just irritates me. So if you catch me in that irritable moment, I can't necessarily attribute it to around the time of my cycle. So I don't know.
Have you ever thought about it though when it's happening? Is it a week before? Have you ever thought about that irritability time, or you're just irritable?
Yeah, I be
all
irritable.
The time.
I be irritable
all the time.
That's why I be drinking, girl. Because I be like, let me get into a calm state or something. Because
not all the time. Now, see, that's a terrible imbalance to be irritable all the time.
So I guess you have to look at like my life. Like, okay, so I'm up in the morning. I'm dropping my kids off at school. I go back home. I work all day. I get off work, pick kids up, go back home, and go back to work. Like, I'm just, and when I'm at work, I'm talking to weirdos all day. I be like, make it make sense, because I want you to, before you call me, I just want you to make it make sense to you before you call me. Because when I look at something, I'll be like, so you sat on hold for 30 plus minutes to ask me this?
Sort of like me when you said, you're the most patient person that I know. And I said, I'm patient to the children. I have no patience with adults because you know better. And like you said, you sat on this phone and call me and you're asking me these crazy things that you probably already know the answer to. You just don't have a life. So you wanted to come and talk to, me.
And then be having an attitude. Like, you called me.
Right. For help.
I didn't call you. Yeah. Or if they trying to tell me how to do my job, and I just be like, do you working? Do you work? Like, stuff be irritating me throughout the day. So by the time, like, the kids are home and my youngest, he get home and act like he ate all day.
Oh my God!
I am starving. Like, you know how when he get here in the morning,
and
yes, like, excuse me.
I know, right? Like, that's exactly how he does it.
When he opens his eyes, he'll be like, can I eat, please? Like I don't feed him or something.
Oh,
so,
but he's a boy. Boys,
sure, he better he need a job. Because so I'll be like, son, we
girl, and
he's walked in the door.
And he's young. Just wait until he gets older. Those teenage boys, they will eat all your groceries up.
Oh my God.
All of it. And then they have that growth spur. It's like, OMG.
Girl, so stuff just annoys me. So let me have me a drink, guys. I'm gonna be right back with y'all.
And see, drinking is not good when you're PMSing. And I'm looking at this here, and it says 85% of the women, 85%, that's a high percentage, have some form of PMS.
Okay.
Have some form of PMS. So yeah, but when I tell you, girl, PMS is real. It is real, and I think that you actually do, because I just said 85% of the women, that I read it.
Girl, I'm a unicorn.
Unicorn, that means, okay. Well, tension and anxiety, oh my gosh, when you have PMS, that is magnified, really.
So when we say tension, like what kind of tension between like you and someone else, or like tension just in your body, like
both?
Okay,
both. Tension in your body, you're just braced, like I just want to relax and I can't, and tension with other people because you have not you don't have any room for stupidity, for you just don't have no room for nonsense. Let me me speak for myself. No nonsense kind of person. If it doesn't make sense, please, could you go way over there? Not over there. Go to the moon. Go to another planet. Just don't come around me. Yes. And it makes you like that. Some people have it really, really bad. Some people have mild symptoms. I think yours is so mild you don't think you have it. But isn't that terrible? I'm trying to just make you have it. Isn't that terrible? Okay, so
I'm really gonna look and be like,
no. Now that we're talking about it, I want you to, because I read my body. Mm-hmm. I read my body. I know why. When something's gonna happen, certain things happen, and or I'm feeling it, and I like my headaches. I'll know if it's a hungry headache. I'll know if it's a tension headache. I'll know if I'm stressed, that headache. I know my different headaches. You know, a sinus headache from, I think I've only had 1 or 2 migraines in my life, and those are, good Lord.
I was just telling my sister that. I was like, I don't think I've ever had, because I had a headache Thanksgiving Day. So I did go by there, but it was like later because I took something and I went to sleep like kind of late in the afternoon. So I did go to my sister's house and she was like, "Why you just not getting here?" I was like, "Girl, I was knocked out. Like my head was hurting." So when I do get a headache, I do look it up. I gotta Google it because I'm like, "Oh, okay, it's in the back. That's what that means in the front." Like I do Google it. So I don't necessarily automatically know, but I don't think I've ever had a migraine. Girl, I can't.
Right. The migraines are serious. But and see, I said a migraine, but I don't know if it was a migraine or sinus. All I know is those headaches you can't, the light bothers you can't even lay down, and I know this when I was suffering, my sinus is really bad. I'm crying with my eyes closed and tears coming out. It's just the headache was so terribly bad. But there is where you can read if it's in the front, if it's in the top, if it's in the side. No, I don't read what somebody else say it is. I have listen to my body, and I know what it is when it comes, and it might very well be the ones that we read and where it is, but I don't even be thinking about that. I'm thinking about, okay, I know last time when I had it here, this is what happened. So at this point in my life, I know, what's what. And pardon me, I do get a 3-day headache. Yes, it's crazy.
And I'm over here about to die.
Yes, my mother was the same way. And I was like, "Mom, I got a headache and it won't go anywhere. And it's not my sinus." I said, "It's about that time. It's PMS time." She said, "It'll go away. It'll go away." And sure enough, in 3 days, it'll be gone. You just go through, oh girl. Yes. There be some things.
Have you ever tried anything like stuff for
St. John's, like a lot of herbs?
Yeah.
Yes, Midol is a Tic Tac. Motrin 800 when it gets to where you are so off. It's the pain and the cramps. Now that's one thing that I didn't suffer a whole bunch of, is a lot of pain as far as cramps, but the irritability of it. That was off the chain. Now we have somebody here with us, guys. We have someone that we're gonna ask them, what do they think? What do you think about PMS? And do you suffer PMS? I had to bring somebody else in, guys, because my co-host does not have PMS. She knows nothing about PMS. Well, she does. She does know about it. But the only thing she's ever had, if y'all are just not tuning in, because she's got to be the luckiest woman on the planet. She has one real bad cramp. She said it's equivalent to a labor pain, and then it's over. But we all know if you have a child, that labor pain, all you need is one. So yeah, but we suffer with it, and we have different symptoms. So our guest speaker, do you have PMS, and do you have any symptoms, and what are they?
Yeah. I think my main symptoms have to be, I get real tired.
Yes.
And I eat a whole lot more than I usually do.
Oh, yes.
Me too. My anger levels aren't as leveled when I'm PMS, and so I get mad a lot quicker than I should about anything.
Irritable.
Yeah.
Irritated.
What else? I should be real tired and hungry. Oh, I do get back pains though, and I start cramping.
I've heard a lot of people get that. So do you get any back pain or anything? Nope. This is little Miss Perfect, everyone. Yeah, the back pains, and it'd be at the bottom of your back too. Yes. What about crying spells?
What is that?
When you just your mood is so just I'm not gonna say depressed because you're not depressed, but they call it a depressed mood. You'll just be like, I just don't want to be bothered with nobody, and you're so sensitive. It's like whatever you say, as mad as I get because you're dumb, because you're saying the craziest thing, as sensitive as I am.
I do know somebody like that, and like she will just cry, and I'll be like, "What is wrong with you?" And she just cry like, "I don't know." I'm like, "Okay, I'm gonna go and let me know if you need me or something." Like,
no, it really, yes. PMS does a number on you, girl.
Oh
it does,
gosh.
and it'll make you so sensitive. Somebody can just like as angry as you could be. When somebody say something any other day, they can say it and you be like, girl, you're so crazy, and let it go. They can say it when you're PMSing and you're sensitive. It's like, nah, you tripping.
You gonna cry?
And not, no, maybe not to that extent, start crying, but it'll probably hurt your feelings. When it wouldn't hurt your feelings if you weren't PMSing. It's like, girl, or they'll snap back and be, joking or whatever, but you just go through some really changes. And yeah, you everything, it affects everything. To me, I can't say it for everyone. Yes, and another thing, let me see. Mood swings and irritability, that's what you get?
Yeah.
Your mood swing?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Lord.
So you're still relatively young. Like, has it gotten progressively worse just over the years or not any better?
Yeah. I think when I first started getting my period, I didn't really cramp. I had I did cramp, but I didn't have the I wasn't irritable or nothing, but I was tired. But then I started getting into high school and college, and it was like, yeah. Then I started getting mad about things, but I still had the tiredness. I still was cramping, but now I was like, I'm mad, I'm pissed.
Mm.
You just look at me. Why are you looking at me?
I know, right? I told you.
You know what I'm trying to say?
And it wouldn't bother you otherwise. If you weren't PMSing, it's like, okay, they're just staring, and it doesn't bother you. But when you're PMSing, it's like, okay, do you see something you need over here? Do you see something? Because I can give it to you.
This is so amazing to me. I'm like, where have I been living? But I'm gonna go home and pray because I don't want none of these problems.
And food, sweets.
Best friend.
Oh, food is your best friend. And it's that comfort, crazy, not good for you food.
Yeah.
You want some cake, and I'm not a chocolate eater. I love chocolate, but I'm not a chocolate. I'm saying I like chocolate more than I do strawberries or whatever. But a chocolate bar, I can eat it when it's PMS time. But just to eat it freely any day or whatever, no. I'm not even a sweet eater. Mm-hmm. I'm a soul food. Give me some really good tasting food. But then I can eat some cake. I can eat a chocolate bar. I can do a milkshake. All of those sweet things that you should not have. Mm-hmm. That diet thing you were talking about. At least you knew that part.
Well, not necessarily a diet, but I do think that you need to just completely clean out your insides.
That's always, right?
Yeah, but you would be surprised. Like people because a lot of meats and foods that we're eating is like causing bacteria. People be having like tapeworms and.
Remember, we're going down this road again. We talked about this, remember? And I was telling you about something I saw where they were pulling it out of, and you said that was a tapeworm, right? But there were other things that if you don't clean your body,
because especially all the meats are definitely have some type of bacteria. So the more and more bacteria you're adding,
I don't want to hear it, guys. I love my meat. Now pork, I get it, but. Give me a steak.
But see, I'm saying you don't have to stop because I can't stop eating meat. I don't eat a lot of red meat. I'm more of a chicken, fish kind of girl.
Yes.
But if you eat a lot of red meats, you definitely need to do a detox often.
Oh, okay.
So not necessarily say, oh, you got to cut that out because that's hard. Mm-hmm. Like that's hard. I can't just if I made all vegetables, I'm gonna be sitting at the table like.
Okay, something's missing.
Where's my meat?
But you know what's funny is that you just said that. I promise you, the leftovers from Thanksgivings, I made my plate and I was so hungry. And I just started going in, right? And I didn't realize that half of the plate was gone. I said, I I ain't getting no meat, but it was still just as good.
It is good.
Yes.
It is. But you also have to think when people are like vegetarians, they're not like most of the stuff you're cooking with. You got greens. You probably use chicken broth. Boom.
Or turkey wings, smoked turkey.
You done already threw yourself out. If you made dressing, you done use chicken broth.
That's right.
Like, so it's again, I don't think that you have to cut it out, but the longer you go without doing a detox, the more, like, as the bacteria is it's girls, they just in there just talking to each other. We just gonna, I promise.
Okay, the bacteria is talking to each other like we got her ass
They
now.
combining and girl, they in there doing some stuff. So yeah, I think just try it, before the next time I'm gonna be PMSing around this time. Just try it.
You know what? Another thing, guys, and I do notice this. I don't have a whole bunch of trouble sleeping. I don't, because I'm so exhausted at the end of the day, and I work so much, and I work all the time, and it seems like I'm never off. But when I'm PMSing, my sleep, you get insomnia. Right? Yeah. I'm seriously. It's like, do you?
No, I sleep extremely well.
You get even more tired. Okay, you're lazy and yeah. But see, I'm that type A where I'm always going. So, and at that time, I'm like, okay, I'm trying. I know I'm tired. I need to go to sleep, but I'm eyes wide open,
Girl,
So
when I lay my head down, I can lay down and be like, I'm gonna watch this show 2.5 seconds. I am out.
you said 2.5.
Yes.
If
If I lay down, please believe I'm going to sleep. I ain't never had no problem with that.
Oh goodness. Okay. Ooh. Now this is a good one. Social withdrawal. You don't want to be around nobody. Are you like that?
Yeah.
You know what? This is a whole bunch of truth. However, because of my profession, because of all the other things that I do, I have to be social. I have to be around people, but at that time, I really don't want to. I really don't want to.
I don't like being around people. That's all the time, though.
Really, Shayna?
Yeah, like my boyfriend was like, why you don't go out? I'm like, I am very anxious around people, especially people that I don't know, because it's too much happening in the world.
A lot of people tell me that now.
Yeah,
is that did you just get like that, or is that because everybody, just a figure of speech. You guys know it's not everybody, but a lot of people are saying that now. I don't even want to be bothered. I don't even want to go out. I just get anxious. I got anxiety. It's too many people in that room.
Yes.
No. So are you just now getting like this because...
Since I've been in my 30s.
Oh, quit it. I've heard this more now because of after Corona. After Corona, people are tripping.
But that also made us sit down too, and it made us
evaluate yourself and
so
think
now
about.
you don't even with the whole pandemic and the way it spread, you're like, people nasty. Like I don't want to be.
Yes.
But for me, like going out to concerts, big crowds, period. I feel like I'm having to watch everybody because I don't know. You can have a gun, because everybody can have a gun at this point. It's just too many shootings. Just people getting shot at the grocery store. Like, it's just too much stuff going on.
Now
so
that is real talk.
Yeah.
That's real talk because I know for certain. I don't even like to go to the grocery store without my gun. I don't like to go to anywhere without it. So you're right.
And the fact that everybody can have one, I think especially in Georgia, you don't even have the license.
Well, they changed it.
Okay.
Because no, you had to have a license at
But
first.
no, that's what
but
I'm saying.
now was it Kemp?
Yeah.
Oh,
probably.
okay.
But so now you don't. So it's like everybody just walking around with a gun. You got trigger happy people.
Yes, and anger people that are just angry for no reason, carrying a gun.
So I'm in the store. I done hit the back of your shoe with my cart, and now I'm dead. I am dead.
And dead.
Like it's just I'm safe in the house. I'm very safe in my house.
I beg to differ because you would think that you're safe in church. Remember that time they came and shot the little boy in the church at New Year's?
Girl,
they do it. It's all the time. So you're not really safe anywhere, but we feel like we are at the house,
Yeah,
so terrible.
I've had social withdrawal for a minute. I feel safer with myself. Well, and people I know I'm good. What you saying?
I've always been like that.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's not a PMS thing for you. It's just.
But it magnifies when you're on your when it's PMS, right?
Okay.
Because that PMS is real, and I keep saying it's the truth. It's insane the things that it do to your body. My concentration, I can't concentrate.
Yeah.
It is so short. It's like, okay, so I'll start. I mean, I'm trying to do something, and any other day I am like tearing it up, doing whatever I need to do, and I'm on it. I could think of something, I could analyze, I could do, hey, my brain is like, yeah, we got this, When I start PMSing, I'm like, what the fuck? What? Oh my gosh, I cannot do this. And I'm calling everybody in the house, can y'all, and they're looking at me like, really? You do this every day, what is your problem? My problem is my brain is not connecting with the rest of the body, and it's not,
Don't cry.
Yes. No, I don't cry, but I'm just looking real like, you guys don't understand. But it is real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think for men really don't get what we go through as women. What we go through to bring your children here. We have to go through this in order to bring the children here. Like, it is a lot. And they just be like, yeah, they think we crazy. We might be a little crazy because we going through all of this.
I think some men, some of them don't. But I do think there are men that recognize and know what's going on, but they don't care enough to try to make you feel better because they grew up with the struggle mama, and she had to push through and work through everything, so they feel that that's what you should do. I'm not your mother.
Yeah. A lot of men aren't sensitive either. Like, because I have a lot of people who say, you act like a man. I'll be like, yeah, kind of a little bit. Like when I was saying, like,
But I'll keep going because I did like this, my face. Because I really got something to say. I want y'all to finish, and I'm going to tell you about the men that don't listen to a person when they're telling you that they're PMSing. Go ahead, finish, baby.
So like the person I was saying that just has these crying spells, like I can't sit here and come. I be like, if you can't tell me what your problem is, so I'm glad we actually had this conversation because I just be like, I was just talking to you 5 minutes ago, like you were fine, we was laughing, it was cool. I done came back in here, you're having a whole meltdown. I'm like, what?
And you know what's really bad about it is you don't want to do that. Your hormones are doing what they are in control, and they're telling you what to do. I said cry. You want to hold it back? It's going to make it worse for you. So it's going to be even worse. So you just let the cry out and get it, and just hope that tomorrow will be a better day.
But that's crazy because she be hyperventilating. I be like, oh my, do I need to call some, like, what is going on?
I need to call
I be legit scared. Like, I be like, bro, I don't understand what just happened in these couple of minutes since I just saw you, how you just broke down. Like, girl, I can't.
Yes. The thing is, you guys, when she was asking, you were talking about something, and I was like this, because y'all was talking about men. I feel that if you sit down and tell a man, listen, honey, listen, because I know you don't understand. You don't have a vagina. You don't have the hormones. You testosterone. You're a man. But if I tell you what's going on, I'm trying to actually teach you, and you still doing dumb things when I just told you I'm very sensitive. I'm very emotional. I don't have no room for dumbness. Could you give me 5 days, 1 week? Say positive things. Help me. Agree to disagree. Whatever it takes, help me out because I got you the other 3. Can I have 1 week? The guys that will sit back, because there are some of them, they'll sit back and you'll say, you'll tell them these things, you have taught them these things, and they still, because they can't handle it probably, they still, when you are going through what you're going through and you don't want to go through it, they'll say something dumb and you'll look at them because it's not right to just pounce on them. You want to, hey, guy, listen, I am not my best today. I am PMSing. You know what it is. I've taught you. Please don't say anything stupid again. Don't say anything dumb. And I know that I am not myself right now. But just help me. Help me. Say positive things, please. Let's do things. Help me. And they still do, or say something like, Girl, you tripping. I ain't got to put up with all of that. Just because you going through something, you go through this every month. You say the same crap every month. So I only want to hear that you always using that as an excuse. Off with their heads. Because that's what you feel like. It's like, okay, I have warned you. I have told you. You don't believe it's real. Google it. Go ask anybody else. Go to your doctor. Get some education on PMS so you can know how to deal with your woman who has it. Because if you constantly irritate her even more around that time, you're going to ruin your relationship with that person. And you should know, if you've been with them long enough, it's only for a week. And some of it is not even that long. But it comes and go. And you know she got you the rest of the month. Now, if she's somebody that is just cray-cray the whole 30 days, okay, that's like, okay, now she got to go get something else going on. Something else is going on because that's too long and too much. But 5 days, 7 at the most. Help your woman. Men, you really can help your woman when she's PMSing or when things are just off balance for her. Just like she has your back when you are going through midlife crisis and you want a sports bike or sports car and you're 99 years old. The same thing. I know it's over. But nevertheless, okay, I think that this PMS was really good subject.
It was definitely good for me because, girl, y'all, I'm gonna pray for y'all.
This is, you know what? I don't want to say this. It's crazy. Look, we always say your butt act like a man for real. When you're not having PMS and she just don't really know and have not, oh my gosh, you might be.
Don't be telling nobody I see.
Okay, so, well, with that said, guys, I hope that you guys enjoyed.
I did. This is eye-opening.
Yes, enjoyed our podcast. And like always, please subscribe and like.
And comment.
And comment, yes. And as always, feel the rumble.
And listen to the roar, and we'll see you guys next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.